In this video, you are going to learn how to create, alter, drop database using SQL syntax. Database is a semantic collection of data. Databases support storage and manipulation of data. Databases make data management easy. Database is organized into rows, columns, and tables, and it is indexed to make it easier to find relevant information. Data gets updated, expanded, and deleted as new information is added. Databases process workloads to create and update themselves, querying the data they contain and running application against it. Now, how we can create a database? The syntax to create a database is create database, database name. Let's say we want to create a database called my first DB. So the syntax is create database, my first DB. Once you execute the SQL syntax, you will get a message commands completed successfully. How to rename a database? The syntax to rename a database is alter database, database name, modify name equal to the new database name. Let's say we want to modify our database, my first DB to my first database. So the syntax is going to be alter database, my first DB, modify name equal to my first database. So once you execute this SQL syntax, you will get a message that database name first database has been set. Now, how to delete a database? The syntax to delete a database is drop database name. Let's say we want to delete our database, my first database. So the syntax is going to be drop database, my first database. Once you execute the syntax, you will get command completed successfully. Now, let's log into SQL Server. Then click on New Query. Then let's create the database, my first DB. Here, create database, my first DB, and execute. Now you can see the message that commands completed successfully. Now if we want to rerun, if we re-execute the syntax, we will get database my first DB already exists. Choose a different database name. Now if we expand databases, you can find that my first DB is created. Now let's modify the database name my first DB to my first database. So the syntax is going to be alter database, my first DB, modify name equal to my first database, and let's execute. So now you can see that the database name my first database has been set. Now right click on databases and refresh it. Now you can see that your database name got renamed. Now how to drop the database? So the syntax is going to be drop database, then the database name, and let's execute the syntax. Now you can see that command completed successfully. Now if you refresh your databases, now you can see that the database my first DB is not there. Now if you re-execute, you will get cannot drop the database my first database because it does not exist or you do not have the permission. To create, alter, drop a database using GUI. Let's log into SQL Server and then click on databases, right click on database, then click on new database. There you can find database name. So the database that you would like to create, enter the name of the database. Let's name it DB first and click on OK. Now if you expand databases, now you can see DB first database is created. So how to rename a database? To rename a database, right click on the database, then click on rename and enter the database that you'd like to change. Let's make it first DB and just click outside. So the database name got changed. Now how we can delete a database? Right click on the database, then click on delete. You can see that delete, backup and restore history information for the database. And you can also check the close existing connections and click on OK. So your databases got deleted from your databases. Thank you. Thank you for watching the video.